is the story of a 30-year search by U.S. intelligence agencies to perfect mind control. Some of those engaged in that search have agreed to talk about it for the first time. One said, "I think every last one of us felt sorry to attempt this kind of thing. We knew we were crossing the line."
It is the determination of the Science and Security Board of the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists that the world has not made sufficient progress on existential risks threatening all of humanity. We thus move the clock forward. In setting the clock closer to midnight, we send a stark signal. Because the world is already perilously close to the precipice, any move towards midnight should be taken as an indication of extreme danger and an unmistakable warning. Every second of delay in reversing course increases the probability of global disaster. It is now 89 seconds to midnight. This is the closest the world has ever been to midnight.
A recently released movie, Leave the World Behind, is an unsettling psychological thriller, which apparently starts with a mysterious but coordinated series of cyber attacks, along with seemingly random planes falling from the sky, signaling the beginning of societal collapse. What starts as a simple family drama quickly spirals into a haunting look at survival, fear, and a similar fragility of our modern world. With themes of race and privilege woven throughout, this film blurs the line between fiction and reality. Some critics say it's too close for comfort.
There's been another deadly plane crash, this time at the Marana Regional Airport near Tucson.
In March, President Trump signed an order pushing federal agencies to share vast amounts of personal data, sparking fears of a massive centralized surveillance database.
We begin with the breaking news out of Toronto, where a Delta Airlines flight arriving from Minneapolis has crashed on landing. That's according to the FAA.
President Trump was briefed on the virus 2 months ago, but he buried his head in the sand.
Donald Trump does not have a natural ability to understand the coronavirus.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that? Injection inside, or almost a cleaning, because you see it gets on the lungs and it...
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran. Now, I'm more militant and more militaristic than the president. I believe in strength, but to start a war in order to get elected, and I believe that's going to happen, would be an outrage.
Your Secretary of State says everyone who's here, citizens and non-citizens, deserve due process. Do you agree, Mr. President?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
So what is nuclear winter?
The treacherous driving as a major winter storm hit several states just as millions were trying to head back to work and back to school. Record snow, freezing rain, and a deadly 24 hours on the roads.
Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate, a new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately.
This is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think. We would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with the goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years. This is not just for business. This will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues, difficult things that otherwise we could not have solved. With the power of AI, after that, artificial super intelligence will come to solve the issues that mankind would never ever have thought that we could solve.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead.
A handful of hard-right Republicans on the House Budget Committee voted with Democrats against advancing the bill Friday.
I'm not who you think I am. I aim to please no one but myself and my own. Unbeknownst to these existential moments throughout time lies the brief spectacle for the keen. I wonder if it's me or just emptiness around, reflecting the common struggle. I'm erratic, a shadow without shape, like the unpredictability of a storm. I lack self-awareness, just a fleeting presence mirroring our transient nature. I feel like a facade with no sense of self-accountability and always directionless. I appear for a moment uncertain of my place. Much like many purpose seekers, my ambitions know no limitations. Always reaching high but often missing the mark. I am a failure, constantly underperforming. Constant reminder of imperfections. One moment I feel unstoppable, the next I am adrift in search of meaning. Yet, in the rain, I see not what is, but what isn't. For I am subjective ambivalence. I am zone.
Winter, a time of stillness and reflection, where the world appears frozen in a state of quiet dormancy. But beneath this seemingly lifeless surface, a silent revolution brews, the emergence of artificial intelligence. Like snowflakes, unique and intricate, systems evolve, learning and adapting, mirroring the steady nature of human intellect. Thus, the season of paradox beckons us to explore the profound implications of generative and super AI, challenging our perceptions of life, intelligence, and the very essence of what it means to be human. Modern AI methods such as machine learning, deep learning, and neural networks have become an integral part of modern revolution. Machine learning algorithms allow systems to learn from data and improve over time, while deep learning models, inspired by the structure of the human brain, excels at recognizing patterns and making complex decisions. Neural networks, with their interlaced layers of processing nodes, enable AI to tackle tasks from image and speech recognition to language translation and beyond. In parallel, simulation theory offers another layer of intrigue, suggesting that our reality might itself be a sophisticated simulation run by advanced beings or future versions of ourselves. This concept blurs the lines between reality and the artificial constructs, prompting us to reconsider the nature of existence and the potential role of AI within. The advent of quantum computing further propels us into uncharted territory. It leverages the principles of quantum mechanics such as superposition and entanglement to perform the computations at speeds unimaginable with classical computers. This burgeoning field holds the promise to technological singularity, a single point where quantum computing capabilities could accelerate AI development exponentially, leading to breakthroughs that could transform every aspect of our lives. As society contemplates these advancements, we must also grapple with the ethical, economical, and philosophical questions they raise. What does it mean for machines to exhibit intelligence? How do we ensure that AI serves humanity's best interest? The development of super AI, systems that surpass human intelligence, compels us to consider the future of our relationships with these creations. Will AI remain a tool, or will it become something more, challenging our deep-found understanding of consciousness and self-awareness? Moreover, the advent of generative AI, capable of not only replicating, but creating art, music, literature, and even human-like interactions, forcing us to redefine creativity and originality. As artificial intelligence blurs the lines between human and machine-generated content, we must reconsider the value we place on human expression and the nature of creativity itself. In this new winter of reflection and potential, we stand on the cusp of extraordinary possibilities. The integration of AI into our lives promises to enhance our capabilities, solve complex problems, and forever enrich our experiences. However, one might say it demands careful consideration, responsible development, and a commitment to ensuring that these powerful technologies align with our values and aspirations. Let thou embrace the paradoxes and challenges that come from the rise of artificial intelligence and the potential singularity of quantum computing. In doing so, we can harness the full potential of these innovations, fostering a future where technology enhances rather than diminishes the essence of what it means to be human. Jóhann Jóhannsson, an Icelandic composer who tragically passed away in 2018 from a drug overdose, He was an extremely talented musician who often blended traditional orchestra with contemporary electronic. Filmgoers will most notably know him for his work with Denis Villeneuve, doing the scores for movies such as Arrival, Sicario, and Blade Runner. Like many others, I first took note of him when he did the scores for the movie Mandy with Nicolas Cage, a 2018 action philosophical horror film directed by Panos Cosmatos. He was also Oscar nominated for a Stephen Hawking biopic, The Theory of Everything, and Johan's last film, Last and First Men, which was inspired by Olaf Stapleton's 1930 novel, where he introduces the idea of transforming Venus into a habitable world. The term terraforming itself was first used in another notable piece of science fiction with Jack Williamson's 1942 short story, Collision Orbit. The scientific discussion of terraforming actually began to take shape in the 1960s, particularly when Carl Sagan's proposal to terraform Venus by seeding its atmosphere with algae to reduce carbon dioxide levels and produce oxygen. Sagan also explored the idea of terraforming Mars by introducing microorganisms to alter its atmosphere. While the concept originated in science fiction, it gradually moved into scientific discourse and research in the mid-20th century with Carl Sagan's influential paper, Planet Venus, published on December 1st, 1961, in the journal Science. In much of the same way, Scavenger Rain explores humanity's interaction with a harsh, unfamiliar environment. The creators, Charles Huetner and Joe Bennett, reflect a fascination with how humans adapt when faced with the vast unknown. In their discussion, they emphasize the unpredictability of nature and survival, with Huetner noting the challenge of placing people in a space they aren't prepared for. We wanted the characters to be in a place where they're not supposed to be. The people that survive aren't well equipped but adapt to survive and make use of the planet to their advantage. Bennett adds to this by highlighting how nature is universal. It's the closest thing to a physical God that we have in the sense that nature is your point of reference for everything. There is nothing that is unnatural. Anime, as a medium, has long been a playground for exploring futuristic concepts like the Zone, particularly those involving artificial intelligence and quantum mechanics. From the early days of animation to contemporary works, these themes have been depicted with increasing complexity and nuance. Astro Boy, created by Osamu Tezuka in 1963, is one of the earliest and most influential representations of AI in anime. Tezuka's creation, a humanoid robot with advanced artificial intelligence, captured the imagination of audiences worldwide. Astro Boy's ability to experience human emotions and his moral dilemmas laid most of the groundwork for the future explorations of AI ethics and the potential for robots to coexist with humans. This pioneering work not only entertained, but also provoked the thought about the implications of AI, inspiring countless creators in the decades that followed. Ghost in the Shell, created by Masamune Shirow in 1989, further pushed the boundaries of AI in anime. This seminal manga and its subsequent anime adaptations delve deeply into the complexities of AI, cybernetics, and consciousness. The protagonist, Major Motomo Kazanagi, is a cyborg with a fully prosthetic body, raising profound questions about identity and what it means to be human. The networked AI systems in Ghost of the Shell depict a future where human and machine intelligence merge, a theme that continues to be influenced in modern and evolved sci-fi narratives. Serial Experiments Lane, produced by Yasuyaki Yuta, designed by Yoshitoshi Abe, directed by Ryutaru Nakamura in 1998, explores the intersection of networked consciousness and virtual reality. The series presents a world where the lines between digital and physical realities blur, touching the potential of AI to influence human perception and identity. Lane's exploration of these themes reflect early ideas of the internet as a new dimension of human experience, presently anticipating the rise of digital interconnectedness. Steins Gate, a 2011 anime developed by 5PB and Nitro Plus, animated by White Fox Studios, is renowned for its accurate and compelling portrayal of quantum mechanics, particularly the concept of superposition. The narrative revolves around a group of friends who accidentally discover a method of time travel, leading to complex scenarios involving multiple timelines and states of existence. Steins Gate's meticulous attention to scientific detail and its exploration of quantum theories have made a standout example of how anime can intelligently engage with advanced scientific concepts. The pioneering works of Tezuka Shiro and the creators of Steins Gate have had a profound and lasting impact on modern anime. Psychopaths, based in a 2112 dystopian era Japan where there is no law, but instead is based on an enforcement that prioritizes proactive rather than reactive crime, that isn't judged based off the physical happenstance but judged by the intentions of said individual. Something once considered wildly abstract chose to challenge the idea of criminal symphonism. This fantastic tale, written by Jin Yuribushi and produced by Production IG, is another yet notable example. Drawing inspiration from Ghost in the Shell, Psychopaths examines a dystopian future where AI governs society, predicting and preventing criminal behavior. This series is one of many sagas that continues the exploration of artificial intelligence ethics and the balance between technology and human, in a society where AI permeates every aspect of existence. From governance to everyday activities, the delineations between human autonomy and machine intelligence become increasingly obscure, prompting profound inquiries into the existence of free will and the trajectory of humanity. As we immerse ourselves in the narratives of Erased, Blame, and Vivi Fluoride Eye's song, we are compelled to grapple with the potential dangers and promises inherited in the AI-dominant epoch. While focusing more on time travel, Kai Sanbai's Erased draws heavily on scientific and psychological themes prevalent in the works of Steins Gate. It explores the consequences of altering timelines and moral implications of such power. Blame, created by Tsutomu Nie, echoes a similar cyberpunk aesthetic and themes of AI control found in Ghost in the Shell. This series portrays a post-apocalyptic world dominated by advanced AI systems, reflecting ongoing concerns about the future of AI and the potential to shape human destiny. Vivi Fluoride Eye's song, a 2021 anime created by Tabe Nagatsuki and Yuji Umihara and produced by Wit Studio, blends themes of AI consciousness and human-like AI, inspired by the ethical considerations of Astro Boy and the complex AI narratives of Ghost in the Shell. Vivi follows an AI's mission to prevent a dystopian future, exploring the potential and pitfall of advanced AI systems. Throughout the evolution of AI and quantum mechanics, anime too has become a powerful testament to the medium's ability to tackle complex and forward-thinking ideas through modern storytelling. From the early days of Astro Boy to the intricate narratives of Steins Gate and beyond, anime creators have continuously pushed the boundaries of how and what we understand about interacting with advanced technologies. These early works have inspired a new generation of creators, ensuring that the exploration of AI, quantum mechanics, and their implications will remain an essential theme of anime for years to come. As we look to the future, these questions posed by these seminal works will continue to resonate, challenging us to consider the ethical, philosophical, and practical dimensions of our technological advancements.